Thursday morning, Jonesboro. This is meteorologist Tim Root with your KLEK 102.5 forecast. Mostly sunny skies near 70 today. A northeast wind 5 to 10. A chance of showers late tonight. Mostly cloudy skies developing around 50 degrees. A weather front coming in Friday and Friday night with clouds and showers. And the temperature Friday about 60 to 65. You'll be in the fall 40s Friday night. More showers Saturday, clearing Sunday. You'll be in the 60s over the weekend. Educate, entertain, and empower. We're KLEK 102.5 FM.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Ollie Barrett. 16 people have been sentenced to death in Bangladesh over the murder of a student who was set on fire in April. The 39 victims found dead in a lorry in the UK are believed to have been Chinese nationals. Spanish dictator Franco's remains have been moved to a lower-profile site 44 years after he was buried. And the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is weighing up a push for an election or whether to try again at passing his Brexit legislation.
It's 9:01.
Community Conversations is brought to you by Arkansas Early Learning, offering no-cost childcare in Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday to you. I hope that you're having a great start to your day. You're tuned in to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I am joined by members of the Arkansas State University Black Student Association. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm so happy to have them here. So I'm going to go around the table and state their name, and then they will tell you a little bit more about themselves. So we have Ms. Courtney Atkins, who is the Miss and Miss Coordinator for BSA. We have Miss Bianca Moore. No, is that right?
Blake.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, man.
Blake. Oh, I said Bianca. There's no Bianca here. Blake Moore, which is Mr. Junior. You're junior in college, junior A State.
Yes.
Okay. And then we have Shannon Stewart, who's Miss Freshman. Jalen left us, so he's the BSA president. And then we have Miss Nancy Smith, Miss BSA. All right, so we're gonna go around the table and let them introduce themselves a little bit deeper. So tell you like what they're studying, what they're into, and all that. So, all right, Miss Courtney.
I am a current sophomore, majoring in marketing. I'm from Warren, Arkansas.
Okay.
Way down south. I'm involved in numerous organizations on campus, such as BSA, SGA, and other organizations. And outside of school organizations, I like to shop. So,
okay.
Yeah.
It is not a rumor or myth. Women do love to shop.
They do.
All right. Miss Shannon.
Okay, well, I am a current freshman. I'm majoring in chemistry.
Oh.
And, I'm involved in a lot of organizations as well, outside of school and everything. I do love to shop, like Courtney said. I also like to go to the library and just like to hang out with a couple of friends who are there. I like to stay there.
Awesome. And I want to say God bless you on majoring in chemistry, honey.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Blake.
Okay, well, as I said, my name is Blake. I'm a nursing major. I'm a junior, yes ma'am, and I'm from Jonesboro, Arkansas as well. Like them, I'm involved in numerous organizations. I'm a part of Black Student Association, Student Government Association. I also cheer for the university. This is my first year doing that. And outside of school, I like to hang out with my friends and family and play volleyball.
All right, awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, as a cheerleader, you have to work out just as hard or harder than the female.
Yes. Try to stay strong and big. Hopefully, yes, ma'am. That's the goal.
All right.
To get big this year. So.
All right. So a nurse and a cheerleader, multi-talented. All right. And Miss Nancy.
Okay, my name is Nancy Smith. I am a senior. I'm Miss BSA, of course. I'm graduated from Jonesboro High School. I like to volunteer my time into the community.
All right, awesome. So, you're a senior in high school? or senior in college?
Senior in college.
Okay.
I graduated from Jonesboro High School.
Okay, so what's your major?
Finance with a minor in marketing and a minor in Spanish.
Y'all just gonna have some awesome careers. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into, first let's talk about BSA, and then we'll get into the Mr. and Miss program.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about BSA, when, where, how, and all that good stuff.
BSA was designed to be a voice, and to not just be a voice, but to advocate for the minorities on campus, with the focus of African Americans, of course. But not even just to be the voice, but to give them a voice. So to be the face, to give them opportunities to thrive, where we have programs like this that gives the minorities on campus the same opportunity to have leadership roles, to be just as important as the next person at the university. It was also designed for them to feel welcome, like they belong here, even though we go to a predominantly white institution. They still have the same opportunities and the same intellectual growth as everybody else.
That's awesome. Okay. Now, can you tell us, each of you tell us why you decided to become a part of BSA?
Okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first came to the campus, I was like, I'm trying to get involved in everything. I don't care. I mean, I just want to get involved in every little thing. I want to make friends immediately right off the bat, because I'm just that person. I like to meet everybody. I'm a people person. I just like that. So honestly, that's what I want to do. But also, you know, it's good to have a minority group. You know, you can feel welcome. You can feel like you have a family to go to outside of, you know, your advisor, you know, because it is a predominantly white institution. You can feel like overwhelmed. So, you know, you can communicate with people who understand you. You know?
Yes, ma'am. Most definitely. And with your freshmen, hold on to those networks and those, you know, the relationships that you're building. They're going to be so much more beneficial as you transition through your college career. Mr. Blake?
I kind of joined the same BSA the same reason as Shannon, just like being able to network and build relationships with other students who are like me. That was kind of essential in helping develop me my freshman year, just because the school I went to, it was almost like a predominantly white institution as well. There was just more Caucasians than African American students. So being able to not only learn about my culture and my heritage and things like that, I was able to build networks with people who were like me and wanted to see me grow likewise. So it was a great opportunity for me to meet people like me.
Awesome. And Ms. Nancy?
Just like they said, I wanted to network, you know, and I felt like it was a good thing to be a part of, and I wanted to get more involved, and I wanted to support my friends who was like the president of BSA and was doing BSA, because I'm very supportive of my friends. And also I like the goals and the opportunities they give for us.
Awesome. And since you all have been involved, do you feel that, for you all that are juniors and seniors, do you feel that cultural awareness has been raised on campus from your personal perspective?
I do. I feel like BSA highlighted the shaded areas when it came to cultural enrichment, and I feel like that BSA makes it their business and their priority to be on like the concrete grounds of knowing what's right and what's wrong, and knowing that we don't need to be quiet in these situations because of where we are. So it's very necessary that they have the strong people, the strong like-minded people within that organization to be that voice.
Okay, awesome. We have a few Facebook shout-outs. Good morning to, let me go back to the top here. Okay, Miss Sharon Harvey, Rashid Kirksky.
Rashad Kirksky.
I'm so sorry. I am going to start over today. Rashad, I apologize. Miss Sherry Lynn, and then Miss Sharon says, what an awesome group of young people. So grateful to see them doing great things. Good morning to Lachey Robinson, who says, good morning, happy homecoming week. Miss Felicia Sheard Parks, and then Lachey says, seeing the younger generation involved and engaged makes my heart smile. Keep up the good work at A-State. And I can say this about Lachey. She is one of those advocates for everything and everybody, and she uses her voice to the best of her ability. So I'm trying to be more vocal about some things, but I'm a little shy behind the scenes. I'll type up a mean letter, but
strongly worded.
Yes. So, but it is wonderful to see young people stepping up and taking the mantle and being leaders in their own spaces and trying to inspire other leaders as well. So thank you for all of your work, and hopefully freshmen and then, you know, graduating seniors, high school seniors, they see what you're doing. They say, okay, I want to be a part of that. And you're leaving a legacy on the campus of Arkansas State University. All right, so let's go ahead and transition into the Mr. and Miss program. How did this come about? And then tell us about the whole process of how you got people to sign up and be a part of it.
Whew, so, no, I'm just kidding. This was something that came into my heart, I want to say last semester, with the help of my peers, of course. I just thought that we needed the same opportunities because, and I say this unapologetically, that it sounds good to say that we're all equal. It sounds really good. It looks good on paper. It looks good on a flyer. It looks great, but it's not reality. And so coming to reality to feel like that we have the same opportunities and that I'm just as beautiful, I'm just as intelligent. And honestly, it can, like I said, it sounds good that we have that same opportunity, but in reality, we don't. We're outnumbered. We're just outnumbered. So when it comes to things like homecoming court or leadership positions on campus and things like that, it's just we don't have that same voting block, that same milestone. We don't have that same opportunity. And so I wanted all of the African American students on campus to feel like they are just as important to where they can have those positions and that they're worthy to be in that position and that you are smart enough, your work ethic is good enough, and you can make just as an impact on this campus and this community as anybody else on this campus.
Yes,
so with that being said, I went to actually 3 different organizations with this proposal before I came to BSA and got rejected by all 3. So I went to Jalen and my advisors this summer, and I was about to throw in the towel because I was like, nobody wants to do this with me, and it's just not working out. And Jalen was all in and was like, let's do it. So I got to work calling my friends and other campus leaders. What do you think on this? Just started working out the mechanisms behind it, and came to school. We had a informational meeting. They came in. Everybody was super excited about it. I was really nervous because I was like, I don't know how people gonna take this. And they started campaigning. They did amazing. They had their flyers. They were handing out candy, posting on social media. Oh, wow. So we did voting for about a week. And it was very overwhelming. They were nervous, had the butterflies. It was crazy. And we did the voting, and we did a crowning ceremony. So they had their crowns and their sashes. It was a nice turnout. And now it's time to do work.
All right. And so did you get the chancellor or any of the associate chancellors involved in the process? Once you had the platform, the platform laid, and you were ready to launch the program, were any of the chancellor or the associate chancellors involved?
Not really.
Would they come to the ceremony or any?
No. Okay. There was a few faculty and staff there. Chancellors, no. But there were a few faculty and staff there.
Okay. I know a lot of them stay really busy and they're all over the place, but hopefully whenever you have other events, they can be in the place. So sure. We're just going to put that out there.
For sure.
We're expecting to see a lot more faculty support. Are there any faculty and staff you want to shout out that, were really supportive of the whole process?
For sure. Jessica Harrington, she puts up with me every day when it comes to this. I'm always blowing up her phone. What do you think it is? Can you help me with this? Javon Long, he's always helping out and always pushing me and getting on to me. Courtney, you need to do this. Get them right with this. And Dr. Allen has been very supportive as well.
Yes, I love Dr. Allen. And I got to meet Javon because he's frat brothers with our station manager, so got to meet him and some others. So That's really awesome that you have had those individuals, and hopefully more will step up and see what you're doing and see how important this is to, again, provide that space and platform for minority students to have a space to feel comfortable, to feel like they are just as much and equal to everyone else on the campus of Arkansas State University. Right. So I want to get to talk to you all. Tell us, what made you decide to be a part of the Mr. Miss, program and campaign and go through this whole thing? So, ladies first.
Okay. I'm all about competition. So, and especially this with the minority group, I was like, okay, I'm all for this. I'm going in. I don't care. I want to win. I want to, represent us. So I'm all about competition. So honestly, I'm gonna go for it and get it regardless.
So what are some things you did during your campaign to, sometimes in the movies and on TV we see people with the basket of buns and muffins and cookies, So what are some things you did?
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have any food. We were voting in the union. Every day I was in there. I was even late for class, missed class. I was in there talking to everybody, as many people as I could, just so I could know they would see my face, they would know who I am, so then I could, gain the vote.
All right. So look, vote for me.
Yeah.
All right. So how many people were in the freshman group that you were running against? Or
five or six.
Okay.
Six.
And did Ms. Courtney, did you have them while they were going through the process, maybe even get to know each other? I know it wasn't a pageant per se, but were there any sessions where the different groups had to spend time together, get to know each other? I don't know. And maybe that's something in the future.
Yeah, that you just sparked up something. But let me call Jessica now. They really didn't, but I think that in the midst of them voting, it was amazing how supportive of each other. Even though they were running against each other, it was amazing how she was probably posting Nia Dixon more than she was posting herself. So I think that built some friendships within it. I see them speaking to each other now when they didn't even know each other. So I think just them supporting each other more than competing was very genuine.
That's another thing that I'm happy that you said that we as a people need to start doing that more. There's enough room at the table, proverbial table, for all of us to win. One person does have to rise to the top before the rest of us can come up. So we need to support each other more in all of our endeavors, and then we can all succeed. But anyway, I'm get off that soapbox.
Sensitive.
Yeah. All right, so Miss Nancy.
Okay, I don't know if it came about supporting my friend or her getting at me every time the table was up. But mostly I joined to support Courtney because I see she was doing a great thing and she really wanted to be successful, so that's why I did it.
All right, so can you explain the Miss BSA, that the overall title, the overall? So tell us how that category.
Miss BSA? Miss BSA is predominantly, along with Mr. BSA, will be the face of Mr. and Miss.
Okay.
So I try to have them, at least one of them, at every event that we go to, any interview, anything that we have set up in line, I try to have at least one of them. Because when it comes to being in decisions and how they want to leave this legacy, is going to be on them. And I've given them the creativity to place the platform for next year, because this is new, so let your creativity flow. So as of right now, I'm kind of letting them find their own way and be creative, and see how they come along with that.
Now, was there a requirement did they have to be in a certain classification before they could run for that position?
Yes, the Mr. and Miss BSA are classified seniors.
Okay. All right, so, and then did they have to, some seniors graduate December, so did they have to at least still have another year left in, was there any other qualifications or requirements? What if they were graduating the next semester? Would they still qualify?
You have to be here for a year-long term. It's a year-long term.
Okay, awesome. All right, so, and Miss Nancy, do you have any, in collaboration with, the president and other leaders of BSA. Do you have an agenda that you already want to start working on, or?
I want to try to get more to the community, so
Okay.
I want to try to put something together. I had talked to Courtney about it. So.
Well, we are a community radio station, so we will be happy. I'll be happy to help you with any of your endeavors. Look, I have a contact list. I'm like, look, have a young lady trying to do some things. You need to connect with her. So let me know how we can be a help to you. All right, so Mr. Blake, sometimes it's hard to get men to get involved in something. So tell us what your process was like.
Kind of like Nancy said, just supporting Courtney because I see she's trying to do good within the school and make things that are inclusive for all, but specifically minority students on campus. But since high school, I've been the type to just I want to do it just because you never know what happens. I'm more of I'm going to do it, not a what if I did it.
Okay.
That kind of sparks my drive as to why I did cheer, why I'm involved in numerous organizations. Just because when I look back in life, I want to be I did that. I was able to conquer and do all of this in my undergraduate years, rather than be what if I did this or what if I tried to That's kind of my mentality on why I do so much, and I'm currently so involved and so busy, but.
And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned about being involved. When I was a student, way back, I did not get involved in a whole lot. At the time, the Delta Sigma Theta sorority was on campus back then, and I know they're back now, but then they had this mentor group called Delta Peppermints, and so that was the only thing I was involved in. I wish I had been involved in so much more. I went to class, went to my room. Then I got a job, so it was this little bubble that I was in, and I didn't get to meet as many people and get as involved in. Anyway, long story short, stay involved. Stay involved. But we're gonna get ready for a quick break. We want to say good morning to Kalila, Ricks. Oh, please, I hope I said your name right. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just good morning, and Mr. Douglas Lockhart. Thank you for checking in, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Are your little chicks about to fly the nest? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. School is coming to a close, and that means some households will be child-free for the first time in 18 years. For many moms, the empty nest syndrome can be really difficult emotionally. And moms who've invested all their time and energies into raising their children also face another challenge. When the kids fly the coop, mom suddenly turns her affection and attention back to her husband, only to find that he's not even in the same tree anymore, so to speak. But it's possible to become lovebirds again. Remember, your family first.
For more resources on today's topic, go to markmerrill.com. The Family Minute with Mark Merrill, helping families love well.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Family Minute is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
Imagine being denied an apartment because of housing discrimination.
It's so wrong. But who has the power to stop this?
You do. The law is on your side. If you've been discriminated against because of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, or familial status, file a complaint with HUD. Fair housing is your right.
Use it.
Visit HUD.gov/fairhousing, a public service message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com.
Jesus looked at them and said, "With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible." Matthew 19:26. With a motto of invest in your future, not your landlord's, Sonia Sanders Realtor is there for you throughout the entire process, whether buying or selling a home. Listings and other information is available at soldinjonesboro.com, Sonia Sanders Realtor on Facebook, or 870-275-8712.
The Office of Diversity and Community Engagement at Arkansas State University, under the leadership of Dr. Maurice Gibson, is a proud supporter of KLEK and is dedicated to finding innovative ways to advance their mission of creating a diverse and inclusive environment, conducive to educating, enhancing, and enriching lives, uplifting various and diverse groups on the A-State campus, and striving to maintain Arkansas State University a place that is inclusive to all individuals, regardless of origin, color, religion, socioeconomic status, or sexual orientation. More information about the Arkansas State University Office of Diversity and Community Engagement is available at www.astate.edu/diversity and 870-972-3081.
Hi, I'm R-Dub, host of Sunday Night Slow Jams, with a special invitation to join me this Sunday night. We're gonna slow it down and make the most of the last few moments of your weekend. With slow jams and special expressions to the ones you love. So come on through and bring a friend. I'll see you for Sunday Night Slow Jams.
Sundays from 8 to midnight on 102.5 KLEK.
Check out Melvin Williams of the Williams Brothers every Sunday morning from 5 to 7 a.m. here on KLEK for the Melvin Williams Down Home Gospel Radio Show, playing the very best in quartet and inspirational gospel music that you'll love, as well as feature interviews with all of your favorite gospel artists. It's Melvin Williams Down Home Gospel Radio Show, Sundays from 5 to 7 a.m. on KLEK 102.5 FM.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, and I'm Quabila Jones, and I'm joined by Miss Courtney Atkins, Mr. Blake Moore, Miss Shannon Stewart, and Miss Nancy Smith. They're here representing BSA and the Mr. and Miss program. So I've been enjoying the conversation with them so far, and we're going to keep it rolling in the second segment. All right, so now we're going to talk about, now that you all have your sashes and your crowns and tiaras.
Let me show
y'all. What's next? So we're going to start with Miss Freshman. So tell us what's next for you. You know, now that you have the title, have you set an agenda, or does BSA help you set an agenda? And
yes, so there's numerous events that we're going to be participating in, getting involved in, make sure we show our face, make sure that we're involved, because, you know, we just don't want to, you know, win this title and not do anything with it. You know, you want to speak for the community, the organization, all those things. So you just don't want to win a title and not be involved. You know, we didn't just compete in this for nothing. We didn't do this for nothing. This wasn't created for nothing. So, you know, we do have numerous events that we're going to be involved in, speaking in. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, can you tell us what's for the homecoming is this week? So, what's your first? Well, I want to say first appearance, but what do you have an appearance scheduled for this week?
Oh, we're having a parade.
Okay.
That we're going to. I'm excited.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, are you wearing like a ball gown? Like, are you wearing? What are you wearing?
We each have, Nancy has like, okay, so we, Miss Freshman, Miss Sophomore, Miss Junior, we have red dresses, and Nancy's gonna wear a white dress. And it's off the shoulder, ours is red, and it kind of flows at the bottom.
I can't wait to see these pictures. Please take lots of pictures.
And I will. Proud mom.
All right, so Mr. Blake, Mr. Junior.
Yes, ma'am. So, something else that's required of us with holding these titles is, I believe, 25 hours of community service.
Okay.
And I think for me, that's probably what I'm most excited about, just because like I work with the March of Dimes and stuff like that. So, being able to like, not necessarily like, I don't know, I've always done volunteer, but I've never really had to log the hours. So now just, I guess, being able to like recount, like look back and see how many hours I've done with certain organizations, it'll be interesting for me just to see how much of my time is delegated where throughout the school year.
All right, and since you work with March of Dimes, you know, World Prematurity Day is coming up.
Yes.
I want to say December?
November.
November.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
will you maybe, to get your hours, maybe help push a campaign?
Oh, yes, ma'am. So I'm also on the National Youth Council with March of Dimes.
Oh, okay.
So we have like PAM events, which is Prematurity Awareness Month events we have to do. And so I haven't really sat down and thought about what I'm going to do yet. But in years past, I went to like local high schools, like my school, Nettleton, which I see on the wall over there.
Okay.
And during their homecoming weekend, I did like a Miracle Minute where I went around in the gym and collected money from students. And some students like in different areas who are on the National Youth Council, they've done things with the restaurants. Like they've had like you have to eat like so many spicy wings at your local restaurant, and you know you pay to do that. So I'm just trying to think of something that can be inclusive on campus, just because right now March of Dimes, what they're struggling with is reaching the target age of like 18 to 24, kind of like in that college young adult age, because most of the older people know about it after combating polio and everything like that, and the younger students, like maybe like 0 to 18, they know about it, but we're really trying to target the next generation, like these students who are about to graduate and get up and get out of school. So.
And maybe you can highlight, I used to work for an agency that did parenting and pregnancy education and home visitation with, you know, teenage parents. And so we talked about, you know, preventing a repeat pregnancy, because the age of the parent can also contribute to, you know, prematurity.
Yes.
It's not, you know, it's a factor.
Yes,
So
yes. There's a lot of factors.
Maybe you can spin that angle. I also remember seeing promotional items where there's a little a ring, almost, you know, about the size of a ring.
Yes.
It indicated the size of the baby's leg or
Yes.
arm or something. So maybe you can come up with some visual aids to pass out.
Yes,
on
I
campus.
definitely want to do that as well, because sorry I keep talking,
No.
but I really love March of Dimes. Tried Delta and UCA, they're a big partner with March of Dimes as well, and they've done something like that. So I've also been thinking about trying to get together like an informational session specifically for African American women, just because they're more susceptible to having like preterm babies, and then like you have to take into effect like cultural and socioeconomic things as well. And then aside from that, like just how like women can take care of their bodies before they start like having children, and ways to make sure that they have healthy children. So
you better go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I'm talking about. When you're involved in something, you need to be all in
Yes.
and know your stuff. Yeah, so I can't wait to see what you come up with.
Yes,
Please
ma'am.
let us know.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Even if I can't be there, hope we can send a representative to record,
Yes,
to
ma'am.
live stream, or take some pictures or something.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
all right, thank you. All right, and Miss Nancy.
Just adding on to what they said, we like got other events to go out and support other organizations too, and be there for them, and let them know that we actually care and we want to be like there for them, support them, you know, help them out, you know, stuff like that.
All right, now so for the sophomore who's not here, now is there a Miss Senior or is Miss BSA the overall?
Yes,
okay.
Miss BSA.
So who is is there a Mr. Freshman?
Yes.
And, okay, so can you give us the names of those other people?
So Miss Freshman is Shannon Stewart. Mr. Freshman is Larry Turner.
Okay.
Miss Sophomore is Jessica Hiley. That's my best friend. Mr. Sophomore is Quentin Sanders. Miss Junior is Jasmine Thomas.
Okay.
Mr. Junior is Blake Moore. Miss BSA is Nancy Smith. And Mr. BSA is Braylon Summons.
Okay, and will you have them do individual, like the freshman, sophomore, junior? Will you have them do individual events, and then will they like all the ladies and all the men do something? Like, have you organized that? How was it organized? I'm sorry.
So they will do your community service is all on your own.
Okay.
But when it comes to the event schedules that I have out, I won't make one person goes. So if you go, more than likely your pair will go. So we'll take Mr. and Miss Freshman to an event this time, or Mr. and Miss BSA. So you'll most likely be with your pair. I do have some events and appearances that all of them are required to be there, but sometimes when it's not as necessary, we'll just take a pair.
Okay, awesome. Now, will there ever be times where you're on campus and you, say if it's around a holiday, you go visit the faculty, you take the hand-delivered cards or goodies or something like that? I'm just throwing stuff out there, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Have you thought about maybe just even doing a visit with your not just your professors but other professors so they get to know who you are? Awesome. And so I can't wait to see more of what you all have in store. And I hope this this program continues and becomes a tradition. It becomes a part of the fixed programs that are at Arkansas State University. All right, so I know you just got your titles, but someone's going to be trying to come for you. So, and if you decide not to run again, what advice would you give someone that is considering, going up for this position?
I would just tell them, don't be scared. Try something new, because you never know what can happen. You never know what opportunities it could bring you. You never know what new friends you might have, because there are shy people, they're scared people that, they're not used to things like this. They won't run, they don't like the competition. But I'm like, just go for it. You never know what can happen. And it's a great experience. You can learn new skill sets. You can learn you can learn public speaking. You can learn network. You can learn to market. You can learn gain all these new abilities, capabilities that you never thought that you would. If you would have never joined this one organization.
Mr. Blake.
I would say just be the new people. Like for me, well, if someone's skeptical about doing this, just do this for the aspect that, like what Shannon said, you can meet new people and like get outside of your comfort zone. But like an asset that could help them is like being genuine when you're not trying to campaign. Like me, like I remember people's names for some reason, like really well when I meet people. And so like that just helps me build relationships. Even if we don't have a full-fledged conversation, I can be like, oh, what's up, Emily? Or what's up, Javon, or whoever it may be. Like I remember names. So it just makes these relationships more personable. So when they do vote, they'll be like, oh, well, I remember Blake because, he sees me, he speaks, those type of things. So just being genuine in your actions, even though you're campaigning. I guess that's what I was trying to get at.
All right, so you will be graduating. When will you graduate? December or May?
Actually, I will graduate next year in the fall.
In the fall, okay.
Because I got 2 minors, so.
Oh wow.
So they pushed it back a little bit.
All right.
So yeah.
So okay, well, when it's getting close to your, end of your reign, and someone else is coming and wants to, go for that position, what advice would you give them, especially being a senior?
I would say don't be scared. Go for it, because I'm not the type of be like a girly girl, but. I did it, and it wasn't bad. I liked it. It was fun. I say be confident, get involved with the people. It's not about if you're popular or like everybody know you. You can get to know them people, reach out. It's a great opportunity to get involved with the community, and it feels great to just be able to help people out and just, give somebody hope and just be a role model.
Wow, that's amazing. Now let's talk about, now again, you have these titles, positions, maintaining your integrity and being an upstanding student in the classroom and on campus. So talk about how or if this has helped you kind of be more mindful of who you are and who you represent. I'm going to start this way now. I don't want to pick on Miss Shannon.
Put me out on the spot. I feel like it made me gain a little bit more confidence because I was very shy and I usually wasn't a person to think, I would ever be able to run for something like this and be able to win. So it really just helped me reach out and just get more that I can do whatever I put my mind to, and that if I want it, I can get it. Even if I don't win, I still feel good about it because I did it just thinking that I couldn't do it.
Wow, amazing.
So yeah.
And so now you can walk around campus with your, you got to care whether you win a crown or not. Ladies, we always have a crown. So.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. For me, it just kind of keeps me more accountable as far as like my extra involvements, time management. I've had the opportunity. I'm very grateful to like win pageants and stuff in the past and stuff. So this is just another way for me to show why I represent the campus, as well as the people who I'm representing with this title, as far as like BSA and things like that. So just keeping me more accountable for my actions in the long run, I guess.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now since we talked about your mom lived out there, how does she feel? And I know she's super excited.
Yes, my mom is very proud and very supportive of my dad as well, and like all of my actions. Believe it or not, like growing up, I was like a rough child. I didn't get my act together probably till about 7th grade. So they're very glad to see the transformation I have come from where I was to where I am now. So yes, believe it or not, yes, ma'am. So.
Oh my goodness! So maybe there is hope for myself. Okay. All right.
For me, it humbled me, and it also helped me understand like different people's perspectives, and I was able to get to know people like on a personal level. I met people that I probably might not have ever met if I would have never gone into this event, gone into this organization. So it really, humbled me, and I'm glad I was able to meet the people that I met. I was able to gain friendships from this, able to I'm sorry. Just able to, walk around campus, talk to people. It really, it kind of built my confidence, like Nancy said. Like, I talk to people, I go and just sit. I honestly go and just go up to a random person, sit with them. Why are you sitting alone? Why are you doing this and that? We can talk, we can be friends. You have a new friend. So it really,
Okay. Yeah, I know you all are young. When I was in college, I went to parties and I did, went to things. But however, I had to be mindful too, what image do I want to project? What image do I want to leave people with about me? So again, having these titles, does it also help you to be a little more mindful about, okay, I can't go off on this person, or I can't, be caught doing this, that, and whatever. Does it help you kind of maintain a more positive image?
Yes, it do. It's kind of like, you gotta represent and you gotta be there for BSA, not only BSA, but you have to show the community like a role model is here, and now they have to look up to you, and they have to, they have to be able to reach out to you, feel comfortable enough to come to you about things in case they do want to run for a position, or not just this position, or do anything in life.
And when you go out into the community, you're going to see little girls that are going to look, and young men that are going to be looking up to you, and they're going to want to see someone who really looks like them and represents, and someone who's upstanding. And so I think it's wonderful that you all take this very serious, and it's not just a title, not just for show. You take it very serious. So we have another Facebook shout out. Oh God, I hope I don't mess up this name. Okay. Sakina or Sakina?
Oh, Sakina.
Sakina.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a mentor of mine, yeah.
Okay. She says, great job. Get it shit. Good morning to Alexis Scott says good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Miss Sharon, I guess she's saying whatever she said amen to that. And then Miss Robinson Lachey says great job, Sharon. So I'm guessing they all know.
Yes.
The young man you were. Thank God. Alrighty, so let's talk about some past events that you all have hosted, because we want people to know it's not just about getting together, having fun, which you do. However, you all have a purpose with the events. They're fun, but they are purposeful. So let's talk about some of your past events, and then what do you have coming up for the rest of the year? I know school will be on December or something.
Yeah. They just got elected a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So this was actually their first appearance, I believe. This was their first one. They have the parade tonight. They have a luncheon appearance tomorrow. And then they're going to make an appearance Friday. They're going to be over there in the student section, engaging with students with their sashes and their crowns on. They have some panels that they're going to be on, some community service outings. hosting some BSA events. So they have a lot of things coming up. So it's kind of crunch time because we are getting out in December. But we do have some things that we want them to do this semester.
Okay. And Blake, I don't want to leave you out. So what are you wearing for the parade?
Well, since I have to cheer, I won't be able to sit in the parade. But I believe our formal attire is just like a black suit, white shirt with a black tie.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've got all these dual rubs.
Yes. yes, ma'am.
Superman over there.
Yeah. So are you looking forward to the game Saturday?
Yes, I am. Game day is one of my favorite days. I never cheered in high school, but it was back to that, like, what if I just tried? Because I also work at a trampoline park. But game day is definitely, like, one of my favorite things, like, being able to look in the crowd and see, like, my friends, like, cheer me on and stuff is very fun. And just being goofy on the sideline. I'm a very goofy person.
Yeah. And so because you work at the trampoline park, are you trying out different moves, flips?
Oh, yes, ma'am. That's kind of why you saw me hobbling in this morning. We had practice yesterday. And I'm working on a full, and so I haven't done one successfully on the floor, but like it's getting to like crunch time where they're about to release the nationals list, and I'm trying to show that like I'm really working hard to like be on nationals if given the opportunity. So I was like, I'm just gonna throw it and see what happens. And the first time, I mean, it was okay, but the second time I kind of like landed and like rubbed my forehead across the ground. That's why I got this little burn up here. But yes, but it's. Yeah, again, what if?
Yeah, what if?
So, but yes.
Take a risk.
Right, okay.
Ladies, y'all gotta hook him up with a little concealer powder.
Little something. Pat him up a little bit. Pat him up.
Yeah, give me right.
Yeah.
Cover that spot. Oh my goodness, God bless you. We have another comment. Miss Sakina says, hey. I guess she was saying hey.
Hey.
And then Demetria.
Oh, that's
Chun.
your mom.
Okay, hi. She says, well-spoken group of young people. Stay humble, positive, and encouraging to others. Thank you. Thank you to all the parents that are checking in.
Yes.
All right, so ladies, I didn't get to ask you. I asked Mr. Blake earlier. How did your parents feel when you told them I'm running? First, when you're running, and then once
My mom, she's all about, she wants me to be involved. She wants me to, get in as many things as I can. And when she heard that I was running for this, she was posting on Facebook everywhere, telling everybody. And then when I won, she went berserk. Yes. So anything that I get involved in, she's all for it. She wants me to, meet new people. She wants me to not be afraid. She wants me to make sure, that I leave a legacy for my family. Make sure that I'm not selfish. I think of others. I put others first.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
That's awesome. Miss Nancy.
Well, first off, like I said, I'm not very girly girl because when I grew up, I played sports.
Okay.
So my mom was very shocked. She's like, what? But of course, your mom is your number one supporter. So, of course, she was like, if you don't win, it's okay. At least you try. Do great. Do what the best you can do. So.
That is awesome. And I'm sure once you told her mom what was her reaction then?
Oh, she was screaming off the wall.
All right, we're going to take another quick break. And thank you everybody for checking in, but please, please, please don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will wrap up our discussion, and hopefully they'll have some stories or final thoughts to share, some shout outs to give. So we'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. You've created your household budget, also known as a spending plan, and you're sticking to it. Great. But what would you do if your income were suddenly reduced by 10%, 20%, 50%, or even 100%? Job loss, salary cuts, or disability can happen to any of us at any time. That's why now is a good time to build a hardship budget. Just take your current household budget and decide what expenses you'd cut and how extra income could be generated if your income was cut by 30%. Examples of adjustments you might make range from foregoing travel and dining out and becoming a committed coupon clipper to more drastic changes, such as trading in your car for an older, less expensive model, taking on a second job, or renting a room to a boarder. Other cuts may include that gym membership. The measures you might take may be distasteful or even painful. but planning your hardship budget in advance will be worth it. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization focused on joy in our sisterhood, power in our voice, and service in our hearts. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by the Gears Foundation, a nonprofit organization providing students with assistance in their academic and career pursuits. Gears Foundation on Facebook, Gears_Inc. on Instagram, and the Gears Foundation at gmail.com.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Help keep KLEK on the air. Give now through our Fall Fund Drive. We are seeking 100 donors to give at least $20 per month, but we are happy with any gift, large or small. Come by our studio at 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro. Call us at 870-277-1080 or visit our website, klekfm.org, or you can use Cash App, $KLEKFM, or text KLEK1. Send it to 44321.
First Baptist Church, 700 Kitchen Street, is hosting Fall Revival Services October 22nd through October 24th. Prayer, praise, and worship service will begin every night at 7 p.m. The guest minister Tuesday night will be Reverend Henry Harvey III, and music will be rendered by the United Voices Gospel Choir of Arkansas State University. Guest ministers for Wednesday and Thursday will be Reverend Wesley Anderson and Reverend Dan Freeman, respectively.
KLEK 102.5 FM salutes small businesses. Small businesses promote local character and success, keeping money in the local economy, local jobs, entrepreneurship, community well-being, and so much more. Contact us today to learn more on how your small business could be featured on KLEK for as little as $25 per month. Shout out to Always and Forever Pet Grooming, offering baths, nails, and haircuts for dogs and cats. 2929 South Caraway Road, Jonesboro. 870-520-0925.
My job, finances, everything's so crazy. I just want to feel in control. With Sam, I can.
Sam is Smart About Money, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Get empowered. Reach your financial goals. Visit samican.org.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I want to thank my special guest from the Black Student Association from the campus of Arkansas State University for joining me today. We have Ms. Courtney Atkins, Ms. Shannon Stewart, Mr. Blake Moore, and Ms. Nancy Smith. And Ms. Shannon, Nancy, and Mr. Blake are representatives of the Mr. and Ms. program. And so we can't thank you, I can thank you for joining me and sharing your experience. And we still have a little more conversation to go. So, and then thank you, Ms. Courtney, for having the drive and the passion to put this together. So, you know, I'm not giving up, even though you were almost there. You know, you didn't give up. So thank you so much for seeing it through. And many more students will be blessed by this program.
For sure.
All right, and so let's talk about, we talked about the, the campaigning and the student union. Okay, so now final votes have been submitted. You're waiting for the ceremony, so let's talk about it. Yeah. So whoever wants to go, I'm not gonna pick on anybody today.
I'll go. Butterflies, that's all. Honestly, I really was nervous. I was very nervous, especially, it's my first year being on a college campus. I was like, oh my gosh. I really hope, people who voted for me supported me and stuff like that, which they did. But I really was very nervous. I was scared. I really thought that I wasn't going to win at first. But, it just really, I was very thankful. I was very appreciative that, people saw me as that person to represent the group, the organization, the school. So I was very, very grateful for that.
All right.
For me, I mean, of course you get nervous, but I wasn't nervous to the fact that I was like, ooh, did they vote for me? Because like all of the contestants in the Mr. Junior, like they would have been great representatives. So I wasn't like, if I don't get it, I know like the title will be fulfilled well. So and then like my best friend Darius Eskridge, he was like, I don't want to say the main person I'm competing against, but I knew it'd probably be close between us as it has been in other events. So I was like, regardless of the outcome, I know whoever gets it out of all the contestants, there'll be great choices. So I wasn't really nervous in that aspect. But you know, you get nervous waiting for the results of anything. So.
All right. I was very nervous. I never did anything like this, anything close to it. So I was kind of like shaking. I don't know if I was going to fall in them hills or more nervous about who's winning. So, yeah, it was kind of very nerve-wracking, but I'm thankful for it.
All right. We have a comment from Ms. Lachey. She says, to the parents of these students, job well done, round of applause. And then also she asks, will BSA be encouraging students to vote in 2020? It's a very important topic.
Actually, yes, we will. We do have at our meetings, we encourage things like this. We have discussions about them. We have panels on topics like this, and there's been a lot of minority organizations on campus, such as all the sororities that actually go out and make it their priority to try to get students registered to vote. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, so I know we talked about leading up to now the crowning ceremony. Once it was all over, did you feel like, okay, I can't breathe now?
Yes.
And Courtney, what were your nerves like, you know?
Ooh, child.
You did all this work putting it together, going to the voting process. Did you have a committee counting the votes?
We actually did it. It was on a software, so it counted it for us. But my head was blown. I was running around, going crazy, trying to make sure they're okay, making sure they're feeling okay. They're not losing it. But I had a lot of help. Okay. So I think I was nervous just to make sure. I just wanted them to feel comfortable. I just wanted them to be okay.
Awesome. And then once it was over, did you even get any sleep?
I did. I did. I had been losing a lot of sleep over this, worrying, nervous, but it turned out okay.
All right. I want to make one quick announcement before we wrap up. The Jonesboro High School STEP team will have a car wash. It's called Turn Up. This Saturday on Fisher Street, 301 North Fisher Street. Go out and support this event. It's from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Jonesboro High School STEP team car wash. All right. So, were you part of STEP team?
Look, I wasn't part of STEP team, but I'm always going to represent my Jonesboro High School.
All righty then. All right, so in our last minute and a half, shout outs. Any final words?
I want to give a shout out to my mom. Thank you for being there. Thank you for dealing with me, even though sometimes I can be a pain in the butt. And shout out to Torrance for also motivating me too, and my dad.
All right, thank you, parents.
Shout out to my sorry, Shannon. I was gonna say shout out to my parents, my friends for always supporting me, always encouraging me, always checking in on me. And yeah, also thank you to Courtney for also making this happen for all of us. Without her, it wouldn't be possible. So yeah.
I want to give a special shout out to Courtney because I don't feel like she's gotten a lot of the
recognition.
Yes, recognition have received. So I just want to give a special shout out to her. I want her to feel special, and I want to thank her. And I also want to give a shout out to my mom, and really a shout out to everybody who ran, everybody who voted, everybody who supported. Because without you guys, this would have never been possible. So I just want to thank everybody.
Awesome. Yeah. And Miss Courtney.
Just a shout out to the Black Student Association for one. Jalen for believing in my dream and my vision, because it takes one yes. And big shout out to the Mr. and Miss that are now, they're working really hard. And even everybody that voted, everybody played a part in making my dream come true, and I'm super appreciative.
Awesome. Thank you, Courtney. I can't wait to see how this program blossoms. I'm going to keep my eye on you all, and don't lose touch with us. And so I want to definitely get more involved with you all, and I want to help you all find those connections you need in the community, get your hours in, and make
Yes, because they need it.
All right. And so, Sonia Sanders is so proud of each and every one of you all.
Thank you for listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Okay, and then Ms. Sakina says, such a great forum for our new leaders of the day.
Points from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Broadcasting from the First National Bank Tower, this is KLEK